Welcome back. My Father's Business. I told you I'll be right back. Are you a soldier? Part 2. And that's the question, you know what I mean, that we going over. And I had to, where we left off, I had to start off with my favorite, David. David was a true soldier for Yah, you know what I mean? And he started off with Goliath, right? Everybody else, his brothers, everybody, including his brothers, they didn't want to go up against this giant. David took him on. It's a well-known story. You know what I mean? I didn't want to take too much time up. So that's why I took a break and just made a whole new part 2 to this series, Are You a Soldier? But let's go ahead and jump in the scripture. But we can't forget Abram. We can't forget Abraham now. We can't forget Abraham. Abraham, the first thing, you know what I'm saying, he was willing to sacrifice his own son for Yah, right? But before that, we had his nephew Lot, right? And let's see what the word got to say about that. We in Genesis 14, 11, and 12. Actually, we're just going to start at 11, verse 11. Genesis 14, 11. And they took all their goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their food, and went away. And they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and left. And one who had escaped, there go that word escape that I've been talking about, came and informed Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt by the turnip trees of Miriam, and the Amorite, the brother of Ishkar and brother of Ener, and they had a covenant with Abram, right? And when Abraham heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his 318 trained servants who were born in his own house and went in pursuit as far as Dan. And he and his servants divided against them by night and smote them and pursued them as far as Herban, which is on the left of Damascus. So he brought back all the goods and also brought back his brother Lot and his goods, as well as the women and the people, right? So as we can see, Abraham was a soldier. He went and got his nephew back, you know what I'm saying? And went and, took care of business, right? Handled business. So we could see, another biblical character that was a soldier, you know what I mean? So what that mean about us as biblical characters, right? We biblical characters too if we in y'all's army. You know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Not necessarily in this day and time, but when the time comes, we got to be willing to go get our people too. Are you in the trenches? Are you in the trenches with Yahshua right now? Following his lead? Because he's the head of Yah's army. So we need to follow his lead. Now, let's go to him, right? Let me see. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it for me, but Psalms Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 2. Now, Psalms 3. We'll start at Psalms 3. See what that say. You know, this is Songs of David, right? David wrote these. Y'all know my favorite. And let's see what he got to say. Oh, Yahuwah, how my adversaries have increased, many rising up against me. Many are saying of me, there is no deliverance for him in Elohim, Salah. But you, O Yahuwah, are a shield for me, my esteem, the one lifting up my head. I cried to Yahuwah with my voice, and he heard me from his set-apart mountain, Salah. And I lay down and slept, and I woke, and for Yahuwah sustained me. I'm not afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Yahuwah, save me, O my Elohim. Right? He's singing songs to Yah. You know, the enemy surrounded him. What enemy we talking about? Well, eventually, he had to run from Saul because Saul didn't like him because Yah was with him. Let's keep going. Because you have smitten all my enemies on their cheek, and you have broken the teeth of the wrong. Deliverance belongs to Yahuwah. Your blessing is on your people. Salah. You know? So as we can see, you know what I'm saying, that David, even though he a soldier, you know what I'm saying, and he was doing, you know, some big boy things, you know what I'm saying, as far as taking some people out, some evil people, or people that was going against the Most High Yah, right? Even he ain't killed Saul because Saul was anointed. Saul was chosen. You know what I'm saying? So instead of, you know, killing him, he ran from him. But now he trying to kill him. But at the same time, y'all done left Saul because of David. You know what I'm saying? Because he hated David. His heart turned cold against him. But David always relied on Yah. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, he had to put forth certain things, he always relied on Yah. Yah was his deliverance. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing in these days. You know, the time is coming. You know, we just can't really just take things in our own hand. We got to let Yah work. But are you a soldier for Yah? Are you in the trenches, though? So we in Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 27. Let's go. Yah is my light and my deliverance. Whom should I fear? Nobody. If you're a true soldier, right? Soldier of Yah, you ain't fearing nobody because Yah got you. Yah is my refuge in my life. Whom I should dread. When evildoers come against me to eat up my flesh, my adversaries and my enemies, they shall stumble and fall. Though an army encamps against me, my heart does not fear. Though battle comes up against me, even then I would be trusted. I would be trusting. One matter I asked of Yahuwah, this is I seek, to dwell in the house of Yahuwah all the days of my life, to see the pleasantness of Yahuwah, and to inquire of his heckle. For in the day of evil he hides me in his booth. In the covering of his tent he hides me. On a rock he raises me up. And now my head is lifted up above my enemies all around me. And I offer his tent with shouts of joy. And I offer in his tent with shouts of joy. I sing. Yeah, I sing praises to Yahuwah. Hear, O Yahuwah, when I cry with my voice. And show me favor and answer me. To my heart you have said, seek my face. Your face, Yahuwah, I seek. Do not hide your face from me, Do not turn your servants away in displeasure. You have been my help. Do not leave me nor forsake me, O Elohim of my deliverance. When my father and my mother have forsaken me, then Yahuwah does not take me in. Teach me your ways, O Yahuwah, and lead me in a smooth path because of my enemies. Do not give me over to the desire of my adversaries, for false witnesses have risen against me, and they breathe out cruelly to me. What if I had not believed to see the goodness of Yahuwah in the land of the living? Wait on Yahuwah, be strong, and let him strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on Yahuwah. Man, we can thank David for these songs, man. They're beautiful. And if you a soldier for Yah, you should be saying the same thing right now. You know? We're going to go to Psalms 118. We'll start off at verse 5. And I called on Yah in distress. Yah answered me in a broad place. Yahuwah is on my side. I do not fear what man does to me. Yahuwah is for me among those helping me. Therefore, I look on those hating me. It is better to take refuge in Yahuwah than to trust in a man. It is better to take refuge in Yahuwah than to trust in princes. All the Gentiles surrounded me. In the name of Yahuwah, I shall cut them off. They surrounded me. Yeah, they surrounded me. In the name of Yahuwah, shall I cut them off. They surrounded me like bees. They were extinguished like burning thorns. In the name of Yahuwah, I shall cut them off, pushing the enemy pushed me to fall. But Yahuwah helped me. Yah is my strength and my song, and he has become my deliverance. The voice of rejoicing and deliverance is in the tents of the righteous, and the right hand of Yahuwah is doing mightily. The right hand of Yahuwah is exalted. The right hand of Yahuwah acts mightily. Let me not die, but let me live and declare the works of Yah. Yah has punished me severely, but did not give me over to death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I enter through them. I thank Yah. This is the gate of Yahuwah. The righteous enter through it. I thank you, for you have answered me and have become my deliverance. I'm just going to stop right there. As we all know, you know what I'm saying, these songs right here, beautiful songs, you know what I mean? And we all need to go, and if you ain't read songs, you need to go and read it, you know? Because if you a soldier for Yah, then these are the words that you should be speaking, you know, because Yah is our deliverance, y'all. Yah is our deliverance. We got one more scripture to go to. 1 Corinthians. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. And we'll read verse 26. Now, if you're a soldier, right? What's the first thing that we need to know as a soldier? What's the first thing we need to know as a soldier? we need to know the enemy, right? Now, we know the enemy, the head of the enemy is Satan and the devil, right? They're the enemy, and he got his soldiers, which is the fallen angels, and then you got the demons, and then you got the people, right? That have pledged or has said, you know what? We want to work for you. We want to be soldiers for you, right? And we know that. But there is one more last enemy to defeat for us as soldiers in Yahshua, right? As soldiers of Yah. What's the last enemy? Y'all probably already seen it. But let's go see. 1 Corinthians 15:26. And the last enemy to be brought to nothing is death. I forgot to put it on the screen. The last enemy, y'all, is death. So, with that being said, the last enemy is death. How do you defeat death? Because we all gonna die, right? We all supposed to die, right? We at the end, y'all. This the end. Not everybody gonna die. You know what I mean? I mean, all of us gotta have a spiritual death. That's for sure. Gotta have a spiritual death. Which is what? Getting baptized, you know what I'm saying, in water. It is a spiritual death. But as you can see in this background right here, you got the way, the truth, and the life. That's why I'm keeping it right there. Because it's about time for us to defeat death, y'all. The last enemy. The last enemy. So are you a soldier? Are you a true soldier for Yah? Are you in the trenches? And you know what I'm saying? Are you getting down and dirty? Are you following your chief and commander, your leader? Are you taking orders? Are you following his commands? His first name, right? What are those? The Torah, right? The law. Are you being obedient? When he say do something, go and do it. True soldier. You following orders. You order me to go do it, I go do it. I'm gonna listen to your voice. I'm gonna go do it. What you need me to do? Okay, I'm in those trenches. Y'all song is in them trenches, coming to get y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm following whatever he tell me to do. I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And I ain't just going to get him 100 foreskins. I'm gonna bring back double, just like David did. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, he might say, go get that one right there. Go talk to that one over there, right? I'm gonna go over there and talk to that one. Or shoot, I might see a couple more over there. I'm gonna chop it up with. I'm just trying to do my best. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm a soldier for y'all. I'm in y'all's army. I'm with Yahshua. I'm telling you, when he come back, I'm gonna be with him, y'all. So I hope y'all ready. Are you a soldier? Again, I ask you, you know what I mean? Are you a soldier? But anyway, man, I love y'all. I'll be praying for y'all. Until next time, peace. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Died, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Died, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry. I have no words for my spiritual journey, asking God to transform me, metamorphosis. Now I'm recording all of my stories, maybe my testimony, all better way for you to get to know me. If I said it, I meant that manifestation, all odds against it. Finally got on probation, went on vacation, came back taken. I was just playing while you hating. That's motivation, I'm just saying. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Died, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry. I'm just trying to live. They waiting on me to fail. Say they care, but I can't tell. Stuck in hell. I do what I gotta do. I'm well. Lost 100 pounds before I came out that cell. I bounced right back. It won't no chill. I keep it moving. Can't stay still. ADHD for real. Since I was little, pop a pill. I'm sick. I'm ill. Can't calm down. Whole life turn upside down. What's God's plan? Can't understand, but can't complain. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Died, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry.